Chapter 210. Acting with your girlfriend is a kind of pleasure. Su Jingting extended his hand gracefully and said to Jia Yishan, "Please sit." Jia Yishan was speechless. There were too many gazes around her, and she felt an inexplicable sense of panic. She thought about how if they revealed their true relationship one day, then wouldn't he have to live under such scrutiny? Forget it. 111 Just treat it as a practice session. The two of them sat down in the resting area and flipped through the script. When there was no one around, Jia Yishan lowered her voice and said, "Why are you here? Why didn't you tell me in advance?" Su Jingting also lowered his voice. "Save the situation." Jia Yishan had an expression that said, "I don't believe you. It would be strange if you needed a best actor to save the scene. I thought you wouldn't be interested in a minor role like this." The director was so excited when he announced it this morning. "We didn't expect it to be you." Come to think of it, no one would have guessed that a great best actor would come and play a minor role. In just going back to my old job, one haven't played a small role in many years. What are you saying? Acting with your girlfriend is fun, Su Jingting said casually. Jia Yishan blushed. "Speak properly. Don't flirt." Su Jingting's script stopped at the scene they were going to shoot. He explained, "Didn't you call me teacher? I set an example and personally accompanied the performance to win the beauty's heart." Jia Yishan also looked at the new script in her hands. "I remember that I called you senior brother publicly before. It's really a mess, however. It's very common to address some famous people as teachers now." "I am one right, Teacher Su. You're right, everything you say is right." Jia Yishan rested her chin on one hand and said, "I didn't expect the tables to turn." In order to highlight your value, the director changed the script. Originally, you only needed to show your back, but now you have to show your face. In the morning, there were even staff members complaining about how you had to show your back and ask for an extra. I was still wondering why the director was so excited. Su Jingting pinched the space between his eyebrows. "Don't you think it's a pity for me to show my back?" Jia Yishan nodded. "It was indeed a pity. You should show your face. You can definitely drive the box office of this movie. The whole crew will thank you." Su Jingting nodded in agreement. He was here to drive the box office. He was here to improve his little girlfriend's acting skills. Moreover, they were acting as a couple in this scene. Ha equals. Jia Yishan had guessed that Su Jingting was here for her, but she didn't expect that Su Jingting had ordered his manager, Yishin, to exchange for the role at a high price. He even hinted to the director that Mr. Su had come to play the role purely because he liked it. Since Mr. Su had come to play the role, he definitely wouldn't just be able to show his back. At least he had to show his face. When the director found out that Su Jingting was going to make a cameo appearance, he was so excited that he forced this scene for him. He couldn't wait for Mr. Su to drive up the box office. In fact, their scenes were similar to when they were filming Youth. They were both in the same scene. In the harem, the two of them only needed to shoot one scene, and Merong Shu, who was still a young girl, would be taken in by the royal family and married as the empress. She came to see the Left General she liked for the last time before she left the palace. The Left General knew that the emperor's fate was difficult. In order to make Merong Shu feel at ease, he resolutely decided to devote himself to the army to protect the country. The woman he loved had no choice but to stand at the peak of power. He had no choice but to devote his entire life to protecting the country in order to protect her. This was also the last time they would meet.